Have you ever wondered why the Philippines, this stunning archipelago of 7,641 islands, breathtaking beaches, and the friendliest people, also boasts a uniquely creative collection of politicians? By creative, I mean they can turn public funds into private mansions faster than a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat. This isn't just a recent issue. Corruption in the Philippines has been a recurring theme, like that one teleserie villain who just won't die no matter how many times the hero pushes them down the stairs. So, why has corruption been so deeply rooted in Philippine politics for so long? Welcome to Now Leo Know, where your brain gets smarter without breaking a sweat. Hit subscribe and let the fun facts attack. Now that you're here, let's dive deeper. We'll explore history, culture, and yes, a sprinkle of good old Pinoy humor. And don't worry, we'll share a laugh along the way. Because if you don't laugh at politics in the Philippines, you might just cry. But stick around until the end, because there's real value here. Understanding this issue isn't just gossip, it's survival. Who knows? It might be the first step in solving it. When the Spanish first colonized the Philippines in the 1500s, they didn't just bring religion and galleons full of goods, they brought bureaucracy. And with it came a system that rewarded loyalty over honesty. If you were close to the governor general, you got privileges. If not, well, better luck next lifetime. This patronage system became the default setting of Philippine politics. Power wasn't about merit, it was about who you knew and what favors you could trade. Kind of like high school, but with more taxes. Even after Spain left, the Americans came in, setting up a democracy that looked good on paper. But let's be real, paper doesn't stop corruption. You could say colonialism was the first orientation program for corruption in the Philippines. Like a bad habit passed down, it became part of the country's political DNA. And the worst part? Filipinos inherited not just systems of governance, but systems of exploitation. It's like buying a second-hand car, except instead of a scratch on the bumper, you get centuries of ingrained corruption. One thing unique about Philippine politics is the dynasty culture. Families treat politics like a sari-sari store, pass it down from generation to generation. Imagine this. Grandpa was a mayor, dad became governor, son became congressman, and the grandson, who can't even spell governance, is already being groomed for public office. Political dynasties mean power stays concentrated and accountability becomes optional. After all, who's going to investigate you when your cousin is the judge and your uncle is the senator? This cycle of inheritance creates a VIP club that regular citizens can never enter. Unless you're born into the right family, your chance of becoming a national leader is slimmer than the budget for public schools. And here's the kicker. Many Filipinos vote for dynasties out of loyalty, familiarity, or even just the free spaghetti during campaign season. It's politics, but with a side order of party favors. Elections in the Philippines aren't cheap. Campaigns are like business investments, where millions are spent to win. Once in office, politicians recover that money from government projects, leading to institutionalized corruption. Public funds become their return on investment, while you, the taxpayer, are the silent partner you never asked to be. It's like ordering a P100 milk tea, only to find out P80 went to someone else's pocket before your first sip. Corruption isn't random, it's strategic. Politicians don't just want to serve, they want a profit. Elections become gateways to guaranteed business opportunities. In other countries, politicians campaign to serve the people. In the Philippines, many campaign to serve themselves, while making you pay the bill. Corruption thrives not just because of politicians, but because of society's tolerance. Phrases like "ganyan talaga sa gobyerno" normalize it, making it background noise. Deep down, Filipinos know corruption isn't okay, but survival takes priority. When offered money or rice during elections, it's hard to refuse when your stomach is empty. Corruption becomes a toxic exchange. Politicians buy loyalty, and citizens sell silence. In the end, both sides lose, except the politician, who gains another mansion in Forbes Park. Ever noticed how politicians caught in scandals magically make a comeback? It's like political zombies. No matter how many corruption exposés, they rise again during the next election. This is partly because Filipinos are forgiving, which is good for personal relationships, but terrible when applied to politicians who stole billions. Imagine forgiving someone for eating your lunch once, only for them to raid your fridge every single day. Add in catchy jingles, free t-shirts, and the occasional bag of rice, and voters forget the past. Boom, re-election secured. But the bigger issue is the lack of consequences. Without real punishment, corruption isn't scary. It's just another challenge in the political game. And until memory grows longer than one election cycle, expect to see the same old faces. Sometimes literally older, with their children stepping into the same spotlight. In countries where corruption is less rampant, institutions are strong: laws, courts, watchdogs. In the Philippines, institutions often bend to powerful individuals. So instead of "the law is king," it's more like "the king is the law." And if the king is your friendly neighborhood mayor with his own basketball team, school scholarships, and occasional lechon distribution, good luck challenging him. This imbalance of power is why corruption survives. Politicians can twist the rules in their favor, while ordinary citizens are left with limited options. And the scariest part? Some leaders become bigger than the institutions themselves. It's not the Constitution running the country, it's personalities, dynasties, and egos. That's like playing basketball with rules, but the referee happens to be the mayor's cousin. Guess who's going to win? Corruption isn't just numbers on government audits. It affects daily life. Roads take forever to finish. Flood control projects fail. Hospitals run out of supplies. And who suffers? Ordinary Filipinos. Meanwhile, some officials live in mansions with more swimming pools than their districts have functioning streetlights. It's like paying for a full Jollibee Chicken Joy meal, only to receive one drumstick and a packet of gravy that's half empty. Corruption steals not just money, but dignity. It tells citizens their struggles don't matter, as long as the politicians are comfortable. And this creates frustration, distrust, and a cycle of hopelessness that slows down the nation's progress. But here's the painful truth. Corruption doesn't just delay projects, it delays dreams. That scholarship fund that never reached students, that health center that never opened, those could have changed lives, but instead, the opportunity was stolen before it even began. Every peso pocketed by the corrupt is a peso stolen from a child's future. And when that cycle repeats, it convinces the poor that poverty is permanent, when in reality, it's preventable. Now, here's the surprising part. Despite the challenges, Filipinos are some of the most resilient people in the world. Communities come together, supporting one another. Grassroots movements are calling out injustice. Social media has made it harder for scandals to stay hidden. Yes, the issues persist, but awareness is on the rise. And the younger generations? They're less forgiving. They meme everything, expose everything, and can cancel a politician faster than you can say viral hashtag. Even small victories matter. Whistleblowers, investigative journalists, and online activism are shifting the culture from silence to resistance. This shows that while the issues are strong, the Filipino spirit is stronger. The ability to fight back, even through humor, proves that hope isn't lost. And here's the most inspiring part. Change often starts from the bottom. A single community standing up against injustice. A single citizen refusing to sell their vote. A single teacher educating about integrity. These ripples create waves. When multiplied by millions, they can turn frustration into power, silence into action, and hope into reality. The fight against corruption may be long, but with every act of courage, Filipinos prove they're not just survivors, they're builders of a better tomorrow. So why talk about this? Because corruption isn't just about stolen money, it's about stolen opportunities. Every peso pocketed by a corrupt official is a classroom not built, a road not repaired, or a hospital without medicine. By understanding the roots of corruption, colonial history, political dynasties, money politics, and cultural tolerance, we can start breaking the cycle. Change doesn't start in Malacanang. It starts with awareness, accountability, and yes, voting wisely. And here's the value for you, dear viewer. The more you understand why corruption exists, the better equipped you are to challenge it. Because if we keep laughing at the same political jokes every 6 years, the punchline will always be us. So the next time you hear a campaign jingle, don't just sing along. Ask yourself, will this person make my life better or just their bank account fatter? And remember, corruption isn't forever. History shows us that even the strongest systems can change. The question is, will you be part of the audience or part of the change?
If this story inspired you or even made you think, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more powerful insights like this. Your voice matters. Let's keep this conversation going and let's grow together.